Hola! We'll be making Paloma today, so ice your glass, get your glass ready, and let's get started. So, really easy drink. Just going to start off with some Reposado tequila or whatever tequila you have. I'm using El Jimador. Considering this is probably the second most popular cocktail in Mexico, I decided to use the most popular tequila in Mexico. Made sense. El Jimador, 100% agave, and that's what we're looking for whenever we make a drink with tequila. So here is my pour. Gonna do 50 today. There you go. Now there might be a little bit of grapefruit bits in this. I just squeezed a literally before I came on. We're gonna do 50 of that as well. Profanity in the chat. Yeah, it's pink grapefruit. I know there's other varieties of grapefruits, but fuck, whatever you can find. We're in a pandemic here. So it calls for about 15-20 mils of lime juice. So there's a lime there. Give or take, a half is 15, but I'm just gonna squeeze a tiny bit more in. Cool. Now, we're using agave syrup as the sweetener. We're gonna top it up with water in a second anyway. Actually, I'll take that out with soda water or sparkling water, whatever you have. This drink often is made with grapefruit soda, which is really popular in Mexico and America. But I couldn't find that, so I just used grapefruit juice instead. It actually fits my liking a little bit better. Agave syrup is something that you'll find in most tequila drinks nowadays. Agave syrup is big buzz at the moment, and has been for quite a while. It's supposedly a natural sweetener, but it comes from the same plant that tequila comes from, the agave plant. And its low glycemic index is what people are attracted to. That just means that the rate of, I don't know, how would you say it? The spike in sugar levels isn't as quick. Like you don't on date syrup. Date syrup's quite heavy. It's kind of like maple syrup, but it's really nice if you're doing anything apple related. Sorry, someone just asked there in the chat for the IGTV people. Thoughts on date syrup? Yeah, anything kind of, I don't know. Gin would go with. Whiskey, I'm not too sure. I'd kind of ease off the pedal there. But agave syrup, when it comes to any kind of alternatives to sugar, anything like that, that low glycemic index that I was talking about there, that's really attractive just because it doesn't spike your sugar levels as quickly and the energy release is slower. I'm no nutritionist, so don't take my word for it, but that is what my research gives me. So I'm going to do 15 mils of this bad boy. Nice little pop. Now, this is something that you encounter in bars. The problem with using agave syrup is that it's really thick. So just put a little bit more in. So like if I'm using 15, I'd go maybe 17 or 18, because there's always a little bit of residue that you can see there that just will not come out, no matter how hard you try. So to get around that, what you can do is, I just wasn't using this side of the jigger for the last one, but if you wanted to do 50 mils, you could put the agave syrup in first. And as you rinse it out, as you put more drinks in, like put the agave syrup in first, 15, there you go, 15, 17. You put the Jimador in, and as you keep pouring it out, more and more of that will get rinsed. Do you ever get asked by a customer, do you have agave syrup? And I'm like, yeah. I don't know. I don't mind. Like I'm all for different sweeteners, different I don't know, examples of like dairy or anything like that. So it's up to yourselves. Like I'll always accommodate people if they want. So that was as easy as it was. 15 of agave syrup if it doesn't stay in your jigger. 50 mils of tequila, 50 mils of grapefruit juice, and 15 mils of lime juice. And we're going to shake this. And the reason why we're shaking it, as we know, as opposed to stirring it, we shake things when there's any citrus. If it's just pure alcohol, we're going to stir it. Simple as that. Doesn't need a mental long shake, and I'll tell you why now in a sec. This is an incredibly refreshing drink. Actually, hold on. So this is often garnished with a salt rim. I have 2 garnishes here, but just for the sake of argument, some people do like the old salt and some people don't. It's really up to yourselves. So take out your glass. Most important thing is ice in the glass. Get the lime or whatever you had that you squeezed earlier. Just roll it around the rim, and then just make sure it doesn't fall out of your hand. I'll just move this so you can see it slightly. So you kind of pick up just a little bit on the rim, just enough, like fucking don't go overboard. Especially because it's alcohol, it's really going to dry out your mouth. So just put some more ice in, where the fuck that yolk is. So we are going to then pour this in. I'll take you down a tiny bit. There you go. Move that plate out of the way. So there you go. Bit the slippery bit. I am going to take, so as I said, use any seltzer, soda water, sparkling water, anything like that, just to literally top it up by the smallest bit, up to the very top. And now what I have here as my garnish, I just did this before just because I really like like incinerated grapefruit. Just stick that on the pan and pop it in there, and I'll show you. This is such a crowd. This is such a crowd pleaser of a drink. It's really gorgeous. So if you're making it for all your friends and family, actually stir that a little bit because there was a bit of. So as you'll see, there's like bits of grapefruit. There's like bits of like the burnt grapefruit or whatever. I just like that personally myself. A lot of bartenders do double strain these things, some don't. I like knowing that there's fresh fruit in my drinks, so that's why I kind of leave it as is. I think it's really nice, and especially at home it's gonna feel a little bit more real. This is a gorgeous drink, really nice. I'm gonna sip it, so cheers. Amazing. That salt is really nice. I'm a big fan of salt on margaritas, anything like that, so this is a really nice alternative to a margarita. You don't have the Cointreau. If you don't like the Cointreau or you don't want to buy a Cointreau, you don't need it for this. Super simple drink to make, and as I said, absolute crowd pleaser. If you're having people over, God bless, hopefully in a while or soon we should be able to do that. Put a load of grapefruits, dehydrate them, put them in the oven, leave them for a couple hours, get them to toast up like that, or just put loads on the pan. There's 2 things in this video I want to sip of, right? Don't make me get the orgeat out again. So yeah, absolutely beautiful cocktail. I hope everyone enjoys it at home. Brief thing, it came to my attention that it's International Bartenders Day. Now, I don't exactly know what that is or care what that is. However, I think it's a really nice time to thank everyone who's helped me and shared all my videos and stuff like that. You've been absolutely amazing. I know it's been a particularly tough time for hospitality people, and I don't particularly like saying the C word on this because I want it to be a bit of an escape from those things. But to my bartenders that are in the industry, thanks so much for keeping sane and the not so sane, and the people, all my bartenders at home who've tried out something new, and hopefully that I've been a little bit of it's not an inspiration, but something to get up off your arse and try something new, because we've all become bartenders, like let's face it, over the past couple of months, for your families and everything like that. So I think, as opposed to celebrating people not only in hospitality who've been absolute amazing and so patient, the people at home as well who are my bartenders now as well. So happy International Bartenders Day. I'll give you another one look at this bad boy. Fucking beautiful drink. Yeah, if there's anything else I can do for you or any other questions you might have, let me know. Thanks a million. Share as always.